bienvenue au machine. Welcome back to my channel, and today what we are going to learn is verbs in French. So let's get started. Verbs, to get started, I'm just going to tell you that verbs are broadly categorized into two categories in French. I'm talking right now. So the two categories are regular verbs and irregular verbs. Here, if we talk about regular verbs, these kind of verbs actually have a particular conjugation every time with each subject. Okay, and irregular verbs are actually some exceptions which you have to learn. Okay, so let's get started with regular verbs first. Here, let me just tell you, these are a few examples. See, regular verbs can also be categorized into three categories. Number one is ER ending verbs, okay, whose spelling ends with ER, as you can see here, parler, which means to speak, parler, okay, so it ends with ER. On the other hand, we have IR ending verbs, which, example here you can see is finir, which is ending with IR. And the third category is RE ending verbs, whose spelling end with RE, as you can see here, vendre, which means to sell. So these were the few examples. I'm going to explain this all after a particular slide. So let me just go on further first. Here, as I showed you in the previous slide, that every verb had, every type of verb that every type of regular verb, I would say, ER ending, IR ending and I ending have a particular conjugation with each of these subjects, right? So let us first see this conjugation. See, ER ending verb, if I just talk about ER ending verbs, what you need to do is when you conjugate them, see, right now we are talking about present tense, okay? So when you conjugate them with each pronoun, what you need to do is you need to remove this ER from the verb, okay? And what you need to add is E, okay, with J, ES with tu, E with il, okay, ONS with nu, EZ with vous, ENT with il, okay. Similarly, in IR ending verbs, you need to remove the IR, you need to remove IR from the verb, and you need to add these conjugations. Again, to conjugate is it like this. J, with J, you need to add IS. With tu, you need to add is again. Then with il, you need to add it in the verb at the end. And issons is to be added in the verb with nu. Okay, when you're conjugating it with vous, you need to add ISSEZ, and with il, you need to add ISSENT. Okay. Now, if we talk about I ending verb, you need to add S and S. See, I'm talking about after removing RE, okay? Here also we removed ER, here we removed IR, here we'll remove RE, okay? So, after removing RE, what you need to add? You need to add S with J and tu. Nothing, you need to leave it as it is, as it was after removing RE with il, okay? And you need to add ONS with nu, EZ with vous, and ENT with il, okay? So for example, let's see examples so that it gets more clear. Okay, here we have the examples again, which I showed you previously also. So let us just go through them one by one. Parler, which is an ER ending verb, we need to remove ER first, okay? Which actually, you see, this word means to speak, okay? So I speak, how you speak, okay, I'm telling, see, this verb, how you're going to conjugate it with J is you need to remove ER and add E, as we did here. Je parle, okay, similarly, tu parles, elle parle, nous parlons, vous parlez, elle parlons, okay. Coming on to fini, IR has to be removed first and then add these conjugations, these endings again. Je finis, tu finis, elle finit, okay. Nous finissons, vous finissez, elle finissons. Then we have vendre. In this you need to remove RE and add these endings to them. Je vende, tu vendes, elle vende, nous vendons, vous vendez, Il elle vendo. Okay, see, vendre means to sell, finir means to finish, parler means to speak. Okay, so see, if I talk about this verb, so finir in this form means to finish. Okay, when you conjugate it in present tense, for example, je finis, here it means I finish. It means you finish. Okay, so basically we are conjugating these verbs in this way in present tense. Okay, so let's go to another category of verbs, which is irregular verbs. And irregular verbs are actually exceptions which you have to learn. So I've bought a few common verbs here which you can learn. Okay, so let's go and learn them. Here are the lay verbs. Okay, conjugating the 5 most common irregular verbs used. Okay, these are the 5 most common irregular verbs which are used in our daily life. Okay, in French. So first one is être, which means to be. Okay, so for example, as I told you in my first video too, which was about introduction, right? So I said that je suis. Okay, je suis means I am. So être was conjugated as suis with je, which initially meant to be and became I am after conjugating. Okay, so être means to be, which is conjugated as je suis, tu es, il elle est, nous sommes, vous êtes, ils elles sont. Avoir means to have, which is conjugated as j'ai, tu as, il a, elle a, nous avons, vous avez, ils elles sont. Okay, ils ont, elles ont. Then it's aller, which means to go. Okay, it is conjugated as je vais, tu vas, il va, nous allons, vous allez, ils vont, elles vont. Okay, faire, as I told you in my previous video, means do. Okay, to do something. So it's je fais, tu fais, il elle fait, nous faisons, vous faites, and at the last we have ils elles font. Okay, ils elles font. Then we have pouvoir, which means to be able to. Okay, so it is conjugated as je peux, tu peux, il elle peut, nous pouvons, vous pouvez, il elle peuvent. Okay, so these were the 5 common verbs, very common verbs, it is very frequently used, which are irregular. These are exceptions, so you need to learn them. So this was all for this video. Merci, see you soon, bye bye.